So yeah, guys, so this is what I was showing you. Okay. So there are like different relationship in not only in Salesforce, in program oriented language as well. So whichever you see, even if you take this SQL thing, okay, SQL database. So this is how it's going to be. There's going to be this one-to-one relationship, which means that one object is going to have relationship with another object, and if it's going to be one-to-many, it's going to have like uh, there's going to be only one parent object and it's going to have many child objects. Okay, so if at all if you wanted to have many to many relationship, that's when you will be using the junction object in place. Okay, yeah, so that's when you will be using the junction object thing. uh, just a minute, guys. Did I share my screen? Yeah. Yeah, so this is the thing. Okay, so any programming language you take or any SQL database or thing you take, this is the normal or basic thing that you'll be finding. Okay, the relationship between different objects. Okay, so if at all if you wanted to create it as a new field, you will be able to find only lookup relationship and also the external relationship which I showed you. If at all if you wanted to have any relationship with external system or any object in the external system, you'll be having the external relationship. Okay, so these are all the different relationships that you have. So imagine I already told you, right? So campaign is going to be the parent object. So the parent object is going to be so under that campaign, who are all the people who are interested are going to be leads. Okay, so that's when you create the relationship between campaign and lead. So by default, Salesforce, they have linked this campaign and lead. Okay, so if at all imagine there is some process similarly to campaign and lead, but with custom objects in your client's business. Okay, so that's when you will be choosing this option. Okay, so master detail relationship, as I already told you. Okay, so if at all there's going to be that opportunity, and imagine opportunity product. Okay, so if at all if I'm going to delete this master, it's not like, okay, so if I kind of like show you a demo. Okay, so I'm going to create a contact under this company. Okay, so I'm going to have new. So by default, I'll be having this account name populated. Okay, why? Because I have gone into this particular record and I'm going to create a new contact under this particular record, which means that this is a master detail relationship. Okay, so account name is a master object and contact is going to be like, that's how the relationship is established. Okay, just a minute, guys. So yeah, okay, so that's how the relationship is established. So you will be able to kind of be in a place where you can also have the other thing here or something like that. Okay, so in some of the things where you will not be able to find that thing. Okay, so if I go to new contact, okay, you'll not be able to find this X thing. Okay, which means that, okay, I can show you in my app. So they have by default set that thing. So this is going to be the main object. Okay, the property object. Okay, okay, imagine I'm going to create a new one here. Okay, so you're by default you're going to get this one. Okay, so under this property I'm going to create, so that there's not going to be any change. So if at all if I'm going to create a imagine if I'm going to go to property ownership and management object individually, I'll not get that one populated by default. Okay, which means that I need to search whichever property I need to associate with. Okay, so this is also the place where I need to show. But if at all if you go to the particular to this one, you will be able to find that it has been already populated with this one. So this is the difference that you need to find like if at all, if you're going to, if you're creating it under that record, this is the one that is automatically going to be displayed. When you kind of click on this new, it's going to be visible. Okay. So as I already told you, master detail relationship opportunity is going to be the master, and these are going to be the child objects. Okay. And hierarchical relationship is something that you can set in the roles. Okay. So if at all, if your company is following a specific set, okay, so they have some uh, hierarchical structure saying that under VP, it's going to be uh, CFO, and under CFO, it's going to be CEO, and under CEO, it's going to be managers, and under managers, they're going to be assistant managers. So that's how the relationship has been established between your I mean, in your client's org. Okay. So that's the one that you will be addressing it as hierarchical relationship. Okay. So if at all, if you wanted to see under which role does that particular person belong to, you'll be simply going with the role hierarchy methods. Okay. So as you go through this user object, so I think I've already told you, right? So this is going to be the monkey mills user detail page. And if at all, if you're going to find this user detail page here, you'll be able to find the role displayed. Okay. So if you take the role, you'll be able to find the different hierarchical structure. Okay. The hierarchical structure under this. So if at all, this is going to be the role, and this role will be reporting to this person. Okay. So this is another role. So that's how the hierarchical structure has been set up in my developer org. Okay. So it might be different for your client. Okay. So that's one of the thing that you need to make note of. So usually you use this hierarchical relationship when it comes to this visibility of data. So imagine I don't want the data to be visible to my workers who are working under me, like who are reporting to me. I don't want them to have access to particular data. Okay, so that's when you'll be coming up with this hierarchical relationship, and using this hierarchical relationship, you'll be able to restrict data. Okay. And many to many relationship, of course, I told you. So if at all, if there's going to be two parent object. Okay. So parent means master, right? So if at all, if there's going to be two master object, and you can't connect two master object. Okay. You can connect a master and a child, or you can like, yeah, you will not be able to connect two parent objects. Okay. So this is the place you will be connecting parent. So this is how you will be connecting two parent objects. Okay. There's going to be one big object called junction object. So that's the one which I was telling you with one example, right? The political parties and things. Okay. So this is going to be the intermediate object, which is going to connect these two parent objects. Okay. Opportunity and product. Okay. And self relationship, as I already told you, imagine CTS. Okay. So CTS headquarters is in US, and there are a lot of companies, a lot of branches that CTS have in Chennai. Okay. So imagine you wanted to have a relationship within this object. Okay. So imagine I wanted something. So let me go to one company record, and I wanted to know which is the parent account for this parent company for this company called CTS. Okay. So imagine this CTS company belongs to India, and I wanted to know which is the headquarters for this particular company. Okay. So that's when I'll be associating with the parent account. So you'll be able to have a self relationship as well. I can, so this is an account object, and I can also have an account. So which means that I can also have, imagine I'm going to create a particular thing called CTS US. Okay. So I can have this as a parent thing. Okay. So obviously I'm going to be hit with the exceptions. Okay. Let me clear all this to have this saved. So I'm going to have this numbers, and I'm going to click on save. Okay. At force.com. Okay. So this is how it's going to be. Description. Okay. I'm going to fill. So you can associate a parent record with the same record. So these both belongs to same object. Okay. So the parent record is going to be the same account from the account object itself. Okay. So this is how you link the same thing. So imagine I wanted to know the headquarters for this particular company. I'll be simply going to the parent account field and I'll be seeing, okay, CTS US, just to know the address. Okay. Just to know the thing. So if at all, imagine like in schools also you have like different branches and there's going to be one main branch, right? So there you can have that details, and in the main branch you will be able to see the address of that particular branch. Okay. So yeah, so these are the different relationships in Salesforce, and pretty much you'll be able to create this lookup relationship and master detail. Of course, if at all, if you're in the beginning itself, you'll be able to create this master detail relationship. And if at all, if you're going to create a master detail relationship, you can have only one relationship in place. Okay, one or two, not more than that. Okay. And many to many relationship, which you need to see which is the master object. And if at all, if you wanted to connect any two master objects, you can have an intermediate object just to have the flow of information between these three objects. Okay. Okay. So this is the difference between these two objects, I mean these two relationship. So if at all, if the parent module is deleted, child module will still be there. But in master detail relationship, if at all, if you're going to delete the parent record, the child records that are present under that parent record is automatically going to be deleted. Okay. So I've showed you, right? I kind of like deleted that CTS account record, and the contacts that were there under that account record automatically got deleted. Okay. So that's one of the things that you need to keep in mind. Okay. So that's the master detail relationship. And lookup relationship is something that if at all, if I'm going to delete those contact under that CTS uh, object, I mean record. Okay. So only the contacts are going to be deleted, but the main the parent object is not going to get deleted. So simply remember this way. Okay. So if you're going to delete the child records, parent is definitely not going to be deleted. But if at all, if you're going to delete the parent record, the child records under that parent records are automatically going to be deleted. Okay. So yeah, so this is one of the thing. And yeah, in lookup relationship, you will not be able to have that roll up summary field. And roll up summary is something that you have it in place. Okay. Which I'll be teaching you eventually. So I've scheduled this formula and roll up thing tomorrow, so which you will be able to see in demo. Okay. So yeah, and this is something that you saw, right? You'll be able to edit it. You have that pencil symbol. So once you press on that, you'll be able to edit in the UI level itself, in the user interface level itself, you'll be able to edit it. And the master detail relationship is going to be read only. Okay. So you won't have any option to kind of have that in read only. Okay. So yeah, you can have that only in read only, and you will not be having access to kind of like delete or edit or anything. Okay. Yeah. So this one of the thing. So any doubt, guys? So for today class. Okay. So I think this is one of the thing that you need to practice. I recommend you guys to kind of create your new lookup relationship fields under different objects and see how it is reflected. Okay. Or you can set up relationship between the objects. Okay. So this is the place where you need to kind of do that thing. Okay. Yeah, sure, Alagendri. So once I complete this roll up summary formula fill and all, right, I'll be giving a big document. Okay. So seeing the document, you need to create different fields and different relationships and all. Okay. So I have a big document in a Word, which I'll be showing you. So I think I've saved it under downloads. Let me pull it. Okay. So yeah, so this is going to be the document that I'll be sending you guys tomorrow. Okay, after I teach you all this formula, roll up summary. So basically, once I complete all these thing, okay, all the data types, I'll be sending you this document. Okay, so this is how first you need to learn the description out of this document and then create necessary fields, and you need to be in a position where you guys will be identifying under which data type I need to create these fields. Okay, so basically you will be in a position where to select uh, the available data types for different fields. Okay, and yeah, so this is the document that I have created. I'm going to send you guys tomorrow. Okay, so do not worry about that. So once I complete the different relationships and different data types, I'll be sending you. Okay, so any doubt, guys, until today? So yeah, I think as far as today class is concerned, I think the lookup and master detail relationship is fine. And I think you can go to your developer edition and create this lookup relationship, and automatically when you create a lookup relationship, it's also going to have the master detail. So on whichever object you create the lookup relationship, that object is obviously going to be in a parent object place, and the one which you create under that object is going to be the child object, as I already told you. So these are the two important relationship. And also the things that you need to remember is in Salesforce, you will be able to get the details from the child object. Okay, but through the child object, you will not be able to get the details of a parent object. Okay, maybe you can kind of have that detail of that parent record name or object name, but you will not be able to get the details, related fields or related field details uh, in Salesforce. Okay, and yeah, so yeah, guys, so if at all, if you guys don't have any doubt, we can wind up today's session. Okay, so I'm gonna start uh this formula and roll up summary thing tomorrow with a fresh mind. Okay, so this is something that you guys need to have it in place. Okay, this formula and roll up. So formula is something that you will be using. Formula data type is something that you will be using it in validation rule, in workflow rule, process builder, lightning flows, Epix classes, or visual force pages, or anything. Okay, so you can have that formula field used uh, anywhere across the thing. So this is one of the thing, and I'm going to show what are all the functions that are available while you create a formula field. Okay, and also roll up summary, which I will give you a gist of it. Okay, so if at all, if you're going to place an if you're going to make a purchase, imagine you will be buying like 2 to 3 products, and you will have a place where you will be specifying the quantity. Okay, if at all, if you're going to get a pen, you're going to get those pen 5 in number. Okay, so it's going to be 5 in number, and that pen is obviously going to have a price tag. Okay, so imagine if you're going to purchase 5 pens, it's going to automatically have that price calculated. So if at all, if the pen price is 5 rupees, so if you're going to get 5 pens, so it's going to be like 5 into 5, 25. Okay, so I am purchasing 2 to 3 products in under one opportunity, which means under one purchase. So it's going to have that sum. Okay, imagine if you are running a business and your customer is making a purchase like 2 to 3 products. End of the day, you need to calculate the total, right? So that's when this roll up summary thing comes into play. Okay, so if at all, if you wanted to have the roll up sum, the summed detail, okay, the average or the maximum uh, value or the minimum value or the difference between those values. So these are all something that you'll be able to get it using this roll up summary feature. Okay, so that's one of the things that I'll be teaching you tomorrow. So these are the two things that I'll be teaching you tomorrow, and I recommend you guys to kind of like create fields with these relationship and see how it reflects. Okay. And also, if at all, if you wanted to know what is the relationship that you have set up, or what are all the relationship present between the objects that are already there in your org, including the standard objects or custom object, you'll be going to this setup and typing schema builder, and you'll be able to see all the relationship, the relationship map between different objects. Okay. Okay, guys, I think we are done for today. Yeah. Mm, let's meet tomorrow at 7:30. Okay. The class is going to be between 7:30 to 8:30 or 9. Okay. So depending on the topic. Okay. So tomorrow I pretty much have this formula and roll up, which I'll be showing you. So once I complete this, tomorrow evening, I'll be sending you this document. I need you guys to work on this on the weekend and share your screen and show me which approach you guys have taken to create all these things. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining today's call. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye.